Welcome back once again. It's your favorite host from the M to the E to the R to the SHUA. So yes, today I said that it's Mershua's rant and jam. It's not Mershua's lessons from the pulpit. So you're gonna have it, or you're gonna take it. You're gonna. I learned something today. It's gonna. So you're going to take it to where I bring it. So yeah, very interesting. It was Youth Sunday, and I didn't do the content like since last week. So it was Youth Sunday, and we had this youth conversation. It was supposed to be a youth conversation per se, but it was more like between the adults and the youths, and we had more of the adults talking instead of the youths. Anyways, so it's the topic that brought me to this place. I said I should bring it. So it's not like lessons from people today. It's going to be Mershua's rants. Yeah, it's a place where you're just going to talk basically your opinion. So this place is this space. Nobody's judging you. We're just being honest, being real. And what are those things those unspoken conversations that need to be held among youths, among this generation of youths, growing adults, young adults, relationship, friendship, situationships, identity crisis, dressing, fashion, everything in between. Some people struggle with so many things, but they do not have people to talk to. Or sometimes the platforms that are presented in church are not really platforms, but they are platforms for criticism. And all these things just make the children or make the youths generally stay far away, or just so let's talk. So I think the first part of the session. Okay, so the topic was on intimacy among young adults, youths generally, and it was a very long one. So the first question or the first topic that was raised in that particular conversation was on intimacy and boundaries, framing friendship and intimacy in today's culture. Friendships between men and women are common, like everybody knows that there's always, but also complicated. There's always like a line. Sometimes it might be thin, sometimes very thick, sometimes it might be wide. Between genuine closeness, emotional entanglement, and all these things. Some of them get blurry, some of them do not get blurry. Some of them, we live in a time where all these things are actually normal, but sometimes the normal there's like what do I call it now? There's overstepping of boundaries, encroachment, and I think that's the part where they really emphasized on. They didn't emphasize on the fact that sometimes it could just be genuine friendship. It could just be that you just like this person to be in your space, but as much as you like this person to be in your space or in your corner, what do we call it now? What does the other person think about it? It might be you are just cool, bestie. Okay, so there was a time, sometime last year, and I had these two friends of mine. Okay, normal friends, these two friends who were ladies, comfort and peace, but that's even an aside. So I now had this set of male friends that they always like to be in my space. I mean, I just saw them as friends because they were always sorry, I hope that they're not going to watch this clip, this particular content, but if they do, I'm sorry. So I saw them as friends because they didn't talk, they don't tell me what is going on. They are just surrounding me like the Lord, the host of angels surround the child of God. So of course and I saw them as good friends, and I liked them being in my space. But I didn't know that there were other reasons why they liked to be in this space or in my space, or they like to be around me. I saw them as best friends or good friends that I can always call at any point in time. Oh, please, I need you to help me with this thing. Oh, okay, and then we're just talking, and all of a sudden, recently, was it last month? or last week, thereabouts, something recently, sure. So I posted something, and this person was not telling me, was not sending a message, and was not saying this, yeah. Brother, sorry, you did not tell me. And that's why when we talk about intimacy, friendships, and all these things, there should be clear definition of these things, because this brother was just parabolating around me, and I did not know that you. And at a point, I had mentioned it to all of them that if you are not telling me what is going on in your mind, I will not know. I'll just see you as my fellow brother or my fellow friends, that we're all friends in each other. But and so he raised the conversation and was like, oh, he had interest, but because he saw someone else that was also around. Anyways, so I'm just saying that sometimes it's not that easy. I know that sometimes some people find it hard to communicate. But it would be nice to just express whatever it is. This is a safe space. So if you want to be hiding the tea under the bed, please, on to the next. Thank you. Sorry, or under the chair, anyways. So yeah, and I feel like that part, they were just emphasizing on the fact that there should be nothing between both opposite genders. I'm not saying that they should not be friends. That was what was literally discussed in church. But I was like, if you are going to be friends, for my own, I think my own opinion is that if you are going to be friends with somebody, you should, or you think that this your friendship is already extending to something else, you should have such conversations with the person. Or you think that, oh, I think that I want something more, but I think that we need to take a chill pill. Or you think that or you are the one that is thinking, and then you don't know if the person is thinking, and you're not feeling jealous that the person is talking to someone else. Maybe you should talk. So the myth of being just friends sometimes is not real. Sometimes there's always an attraction, like I just mentioned, and how this whole drama, the way the whole drama happened between Mr. A and Mr. B, and how they didn't talk about it, and it just felt so uncomfortable. Anyways, so that's that on that topic. Anyways, what's your take on intimacy, friendship among opposite gender? Is it like really real? Do you think that there are still some things to be discussed? As a child of God, do you think that should I put as a child of God, as a normal human being, because I don't want this thing to be too religious, even though we cannot remove the God factor in every individual's life, the God factor in my own life, because me, I'm a child of God, so I will always have to tell you what the Bible says, or how as a child of God you should do this thing or you should not do this thing. So yeah, I think I have literally used example to explain what it is, because I don't want to be giving theories like, okay, boundaries is equal to safety, and you know, without all these things put in place, you're just going to be utterly. So I don't want to really dwell too much on this particular conversation, but I'll just leave you with something. I want you to pause and think about this thing. If you've ever lost a friendship because of boundaries that got blurred, or the fact that there wasn't any conversation around this thing, drop a comment. So another thing that we discussed, as it's a youth Sunday, so we have many youths who are single and ready to marry, or some who are not ready to marry, some who are of the opinion that they will not get married, or some who are confused. So it was like, is marriage a scam, or is it that? So it was like, there was this question that was raised that some people paint marriage to be very beautiful, but over time, some youths see, maybe due to the type of marriages that they've seen, or they've been in that environment, or how do I explain it now? Maybe they've had siblings, or parents, or neighbors who did not have beautiful marriage, so they feel like marriage is scam, like it's pretense. Like, why do people just try to do all glamour and everything, and then after the whole wedding everything seems to go upside down or go haywire. So I think that marriage is ordained by God from the beginning, because that's why I say it's not good for man to leave his father and mother and cling on to the wife, just like Adam saw Eve and they said, oh, this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. Okay, so I'm trying to make this thing easy and simple, but then marriage is beautiful. It's not a scam. I'm not married though. I'm still very much single, but then I'm just saying that it's not a scam. Over time I've seen marriages that are not beautiful. I've lived in places where I didn't really like the marriage there and I was really worried. If you ask me, am I still worried that I want to have a beautiful home? Yes. But will I get married? Of course I will get married. How will I not get married? I want to have a beautiful home too. But then, as a child of God, we should not be afraid. Marriage is beautiful as long as you have this relationship with God. You have this communication with your spouse before you get married. These little things. So I saw something on Instagram yesterday, and my brother-in-law, that's my sister's husband, also sent that link. Coincidentally, he sent it to me, but I didn't even click on the link. I had seen that content on Instagram before, and I'm so I shared it with me. And it was conversations that should be held among dating couples or courting couples. Sorry, that's the right word. Like pressing toothpaste in this thing. These things look like they don't matter or they don't mean anything, or who is going to do this thing, or who does this or who doesn't do this. What do you define? Do you do traditional gender roles, or like anybody can do this type of thing? Not like, oh, the man should be the one washing the car, the woman should be the one cooking every time. These conversations, because some women in this present generation will say that they'll be like, okay, they don't like cooking, they want to marry somebody that likes to cook, or they have issues with this particular thing. And then you people are just like, oh, you're in love and you don't have these little conversations. These are what end up causing problem in marriage. So there was a time I was with somebody, and I think like maybe 5 years ago thereabout, and it was small things that used to cause problem, and it would just the problem will not just be very small problem. It would erupt so much that in a week they might not talk to each other, such that the man is telling me that I should not talk to the woman, and you people are supposed to be married. You're supposed to be acting in the position of parents at that point in time. But it was really traumatizing, and I was asking myself, do I really want to get married? Do I want to have a home where every time I'm fighting with my husband? I cannot stand. Once you're already stressing me like this, I've carried my. That's why I don't. Once I see that as a friend, you are beginning to ask me, why am I talking to this person? And it's not like you're my accountability partner, or I'm doing something with the person that is wrong, or you're just feeling jealous. And you're now asking me why I'm talking. Oh, brother, sorry. Please, on to the next. Or sister, I don't like trouble. So that's the same thing that not really the same thing, but that's also what we're talking about when it comes to marriage. Have these conversations before you get married to your partner. Have these little conversations that are not so little. They're actually very important. Like, why did you put the spoon here? Or how do you want the kitchen to be set up? Okay, so when we're in the house, how do you want us to arrange the house? Not that when we're not finished, one person's not saying, and she please arrange the house this way. And this is not how I like to put my shirt. How do you like to fold your shirt? How do you like to arrange your things? How do you like your things to be? For those parts where you are able to, I can bend now. Then there should be times where both parties should be able to compromise for each other. It's not like everything, but should be able to say, oh, this person, I think that this, I cannot really do this, but just have this conversation so that you're not surprised and you're saying, this was not how you were doing to me. Should be you always opening the door for me, you always being sweet. So why everybody cannot be the same. So have those conversations. I think that it would really help. How prepared are you? Do you attend marriage seminars? Do you read marriage books? Do you read books on commitment, how to be a better partner? Are you really praying? because it's not just about reading or going to seminar, having those conversations too. It's about telling God that, God, I want to have a peaceful home. And that's like the major thing I've been doing in recent times, because all the things I've been seeing in this world, I don't want to experience it. So besides reading all these books, talk to God and it would help you. You're not just doing preparations for the glam and the glamour, because when you finish, nobody is going to help you live in that marriage. So yeah, so that's it. So that for me, I think that there's a question I want to ask as we move on to the next topic. So is marriage outdated in this generation? Do you think that in this generation nobody should get married again, or do we just need to do it better? I'd love to hear your perspective or your opinion about it. So on this one, I think that we don't really have much of this issue in Nigeria, but it's beginning to come up in some places, secondary schools, universities, tertiary institutions. That's the part of identity crisis, where some people begin to say that they want to be a woman or they want to be a man. Like, you want to change the gender that you were originally created to be. I personally, that's my own opinion. So I would ask you to tell us your own opinion about it. But I think that those things, one needs God to help you to talk about these things, especially outside. Does fashion define your identity? Honestly, if you are saying that you want to be a woman and then you decide to change some of your features and you dress, you would never ever forget that you were once a man. It doesn't change the fact that you were once a man, or you decide that as a woman you want to be a man. As much as we are trying to tell everybody that you are a woman now because you have converted to a woman, it doesn't change the fact that you were once a woman, and it will not change. You will just be twisting this thing to the whole world and saying he or she or she or he or he or she, all these things. Is it some people call it a form of creativity. I think that's confusion. Some people are just confused and they need to really sit down and think. That's me thinking. It's my opinion, so you can. What do you think? And you have to give. When God created man, He created them male and female. Adam, Eve. He didn't say Adama or Everon or something, something that's sounding masculine and it's a feminine name or something. I think that everyone needs to sit down and talk about this thing. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. What do you really want? Are you doing this thing because you just like the fact that these ladies dress well and you also want to dress? There are also good outfits for gentlemen, especially in this present day, and you will see that, brother, you looking hot. You don't have to dress like a woman because it's like, okay, these things are. Who really defines you? Is it the society? Is it culture? Is it the way people dress? Is it the way people speak? Or is it God? So those are the questions that you should ask yourself when you're sitting down. What really defines you? Who defines you? The society should not define you, because at the end of the day, they would leave you alone. And there's only God that will be there to help you through the phase. So yeah, sit down and have these conversations. But before you sit down, let's have your opinion. Be with me. If you have a friend that started cross-dressing, or that started to exhibit some traits and like, hell yeah, I mean, all these things, what will you do? Let's hear your opinion in the comment section. What will you really do? Anyway, stay tuned, stay connected, stay educated, stay confirmed. So yeah, another question. This one has to do with man and woman. Can men and women mentor each other without complication? I think that when you say you want somebody to be your mentor, let that mentorship thing status stay in mentorship. Don't go and start crushing on the brother. I want to use myself as an example. So people say that, hey God, so is this how you are very bad? It's not like I'm bad or something. It's just that I just have to be real with everyone because this place is a real space. So if you like, hold it in your head. Oh god. So I know that I'm laughing too much now, but I think that we just have to be real. All these things, everybody used to do it. Maybe not everybody, but 1 or 2 people. And I've seen people who we've had conversations in that space. Maybe in some of our next episodes, I'll bring some people to talk to us, join me in this session, so that maybe it will not just be my own opinion. So yes, I said that let this mentorship thing stay in mentorship. Let this mentor and mentee relationship just stay there. Don't ever cook in your brain that you are beginning to crush on this person. And I said I want to use myself as an example. So I had this person who I was like, oh, I needed this person I needed to be under the leadership of this person because I wanted to learn. I saw what it does and I really wanted to be in that field. And we spoke about it and then Larry, I started crushing on my supposed mentor. Thank God I had sense along the line, because I feel like I didn't really even have that conversation with him before all these things ended, because later on I realized that it wasn't really going to worth it, because I'll start beginning to see every correction as insults. And it's not insulting me, it's just correcting me. You begin to see every correction or every advice as, why are you advising me? Why is it too much? This. And it's because you're beginning to allow your emotions to run. So that is mentorship and mentee relationship. Stay as mentor and mentee. Don't let it pass that stage. If not, you begin to just give yourself unnecessary attention. The same thing applies to the woman and the man, or the man and the woman. Maybe the man is usually the woman that has more issues when she's the mentee and the man is the mentor. But it happens both ways. So we're not striking one for the other. So I'm saying that let it remain as that. If you see that you are beginning to have unnecessary emotions attached, maybe you should just draw away from that period, or maybe tell the person, sir, I think that I would like to take a break with this mentorship session, blah blah. Or you want to pray to God to help you to kill that emotional growth that is coming up or that is cooking. Because if you begin to have these things, I think for me, I feel like it's just going to spoil whatever it is that you are learning from this person. It just begins to somehow it clouds whatever information that you're supposed to get from the person, or how you're supposed to learn, the rate at which you're supposed to learn, or the things that you're supposed to learn from this person. So yeah, as we draw today's conversation to a close, so I said that it's important that you define your friendship. It's important that you talk to God when it comes to marriage. Read marriage books, go to seminars, talk to God, talk to mentors who can help you, who already have beautiful marriages and would advise you on how to pick the right person and who not to pick, how to do things and what not to do. When it comes to love, romance and all these things, guard your heart jealously. And yes, so I remain your favorite host, Mershua, and stay tuned, stay connected. Drop your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Which of today's questions, topic got you? Which one hit you the hardest? Is it the one where, I don't want to say it again, so it's not like I'm talking so much. So yeah. See you. Bye.